Understand this. If you can see it, you don't have to know how to get it. Your life will change.
Constant repetition carries conviction.
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
Yeah, you attract what you feel, what you are, what you attract. What's on your mind? Yes,
it's like the law of physics. I don't know how anybody can disagree with that. It's just, ask any physicist, they'll tell you that it's true.
Albert Einstein, God bless him, he sure had his act put together, didn't he? He said everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics.
You know, folks, I'll admit it, my life is going really, really well. Many of my dreams have come true. You have to understand, you are a magnet. Whatever you are, that's what you draw to you. If you're negative, you're going to draw negativity. You're positive,
Woo! Dropping the keys. Love it, love it. Happy Wednesday, family. JoJo Dreamers. It is so good to see the family. Wishing safe travels for everybody that is taking the drive, taking the flight, leaving early. I know some are going out today, some are going out tomorrow. And needless to say, this is going to be a weekend that is going to set up the entire 2025 and beyond. So I couldn't be more fired up for what is here and on the way. So with no further ado, fam, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. We're going to be talking about the 3 stages of an event. Now, this is crucial, okay? When you guys really start studying the industry of network marketing, you're going to realize that there's always going to be 3 pieces. And today I'm going to really break them down so you can really maximize them coming into the rest of the year. Because this is not going to be the only main event that we're going to be having. We have regionals, we have Super Saturdays. So this lesson is going to be something to absolutely be able to duplicate. Be there tomorrow. I'd love to see it. Same here. Our flight is actually at 5 a.m. So we got to be up crazy early. We got to be up at probably like 2 o'clock, getting there at 3:30. It's going to be an adventure, to say the least. I love it, though. I'm excited. So here we go, fam. Let me get live on IG. What is everybody grateful for coming into today? There's so much to be grateful for. So many amazing things that are happening, that are flowing. And we're going to get a gist of that coming here this weekend. So I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to let you see for yourself. Cedric, it's good to see you, brother. Here we go. The 3 stages of an event. I love it. We've been attending events for almost over a decade now. Actually, it's pretty crazy to think about. Almost. 2016, so we're getting there. We're coming up on the decade this year. Grateful to be alive, fam. IG, grateful for the family, for the access. So grateful for God to allow us to be able to still even be learning, to be positioning in times that people are going to go back in this time and wish they would have got a chance to invest, take part in these skill sets that we're learning, and be able to really maximize the technology that we're all using on a day-to-day basis. Because at the end of the day, as long as we have Wi-Fi connection, a laptop, we can make a full-time, part-time income anywhere that we are. So a lot to be excited for. Ivor, Nico, what's going on? I love it. Ivor, we definitely got to catch up, brother. It has been quite some time. And for those that don't know, we are heading out to Baltimore, Maryland. So if you know anybody out there, let us know. We'll be there in about 48 hours. So here we go. The 3 stages of an event. Number 1, the first piece, okay? There's the pre, we have the event, and then we have the post-event, okay? There's always going to be 3 pieces. Now, right now, we're been in the pre. This whole past couple weeks, this whole past couple months, we've been in the pre portion, and this is why you see some have been putting out a ton of content. They've been leveraging the testimonies, the success. They've been utilizing all of the tools that we have, right? There's a reason why we pay for flyers, so everybody can leverage that. There's a reason why we're doing weekly events, why we're doing Super Saturdays, because all of this is leading towards the big event right here in Baltimore. And if you guys didn't get a chance to see it, we have 5,000 individuals who are going to be out there. And I wasn't going to do this, but you know what? Let me give everybody a sneak peek so you can see how insane Baltimore is going to be. And I've been seeing other companies' conventions, and I can tell you we're 10xing what they're going to be doing this weekend. So let me actually show you guys. IG, if you guys want to hop on over to YouTube, Define Dreams, you guys can go get a sneak peek of what I'm about to show. But if not, give me about 30 seconds. Here we go. Check this out, fam. This is huge. Here we go. So fired up for this. Let me see if I can find this. I know Don Thompson just posted this. He's giving people a glimpse of what's going to be going down over here. Yes, I got it. Here we go. You ready?
Hey there, Legal Shield family. Look at this. We are getting set up. We are getting prepared to welcome all of you to Baltimore in the next 48 hours. I know many of you are already here. Some of you are coming today. Travel safe, drive safe. Some of you are coming tomorrow. We have a phenomenal event planned for you this weekend. This room is going to be filled with nearly 5,000 of your closest Legal Shield friends this weekend here in Baltimore. So we will see you at the International Convention. We're so excited. We actually have some events that are kicking off right now. And we have an amazing weekend all weekend long. So even if you are making a last minute decision, should you be here? The answer is yes, you should definitely be here. It is going to be off the charts. Matter of fact, let me go give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what you can expect in the registration area as well. We have our prospect team here that's going to be talking to you about an all new prospect experience this weekend. That's going to be exciting. We're going to talk about LS Engage. We've got Staples here. We're getting set up here in the exhibit area. We're getting ready for registration, and that's where you're going to be registering. So
Woo! That's all you get, fam. You get a sneak peek so you can see how lit it is going to be in Baltimore. You can see it. 5,000 seats are set up. They are ready to go. So this is going to be an experience to remember. So number one, the pre-event is going to be really getting loud, right? If you guys have not been putting out stories, not been putting out reels, have not been sharing what is going on in the next literally 48 hours, now is the time to really go ahead and put yourself out there, because here's what I know, right? People want to see that you're consistent, and people don't really care about what we're doing until they know, again, that we are serious. This is why I understood a long time ago, for most people, when we talk about the business, it goes in one ear and out the other. This is why things like third-party leverage, being able to utilize mentors and being able to actually show up to events. Because here's the deal. I can't explain to you how many people I've seen over the years that they might be watching, they might not be ready, but when you actually attend a national convention like what we have, where we have a room filled with stories and testimonies of people that came from all around the country, and they can actually see it's not just you. You see, I want you guys, if you don't believe me, go Google this word. It's called social conformity. You see, when I got out of college, I understood this word. Social conformity simply means most of us walking, we hate to be left outside of a group, right? That's just how we're designed. That's why even for me, when I kept seeing others rank up and I saw them challenge, I saw the winning community, eventually I was like, you know what? I want to be part of a winning community. I want to be recognized. I want to be celebrated. I want to get around those that are vibrating high. That's why when you look around, it's so easy to see negativity. It's so easy to see dull vibrations. Now more than ever is one of the simplest times, most powerful times to stick out, be bold, and let the law of attraction work itself, right? If we put out positivity, growth, mentorship, what are we going to attract? Individuals who are looking for that exact same thing. So pre is going to be the pre. It's about getting loud. It's about not being afraid what others say, because when they see you at an event, things are going to change. So that's the first piece. Number one is going to be the pre. The second piece is going to be the actual event. We've got the pre, we have the event, and then we have the post. You see, at the event, this is kind of like the meat and potatoes. The event is where the breakthroughs, the stories, the testimonies, the private masterminds, the dinners, that's all I'm going to give you. You've got to be able to show up so you can see the rest. So I'm not going to give you too much. I've got a couple of secrets I can't get out. I'm about to give them to you, but I'm going to hold off for now. But the event, again, nobody comes back home the same person that they came. I'm telling you, there's just something different. Matter of fact, can you guys drop a 3 if you've ever attended an event and you can vouch that big decisions are made at big events? Carve, my brother, what's going on, King? We're going to be in Baltimore in 48 hours. It's good to see you. So number 2, okay, is going to be the actual event. Being intentional, okay? When you go to an event, I want to give you guys a couple of different keys. One is come with questions. You see, you're going to be able to be around a lot of success, a lot of wealth in the building. And I can tell you right now, don't come in there asking a general question. Like how do I get to your level? Because everybody's asking these questions and it's too generic. If somebody were to ask me that question, I can't really give you a very intentional answer. But if you come in there and you let them know, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm experiencing, what did you do when you were at this stage, when you were at this level inside of your business? Now that's a question that actually has depth that we can really give an intentional answer to. So whatever it may be, if you feel like it's public speaking, social media, networking, there's all of these different mentors that we have the ability to be able to go and ask questions as we get inside of the building, and also inside of these private masterminds where some people would pay $10,000, $100,000 plus to get the access that we have for the next literally 72 hours. As a matter of fact, on Sunday, we have a private mastermind. I am going to give everybody this. If you haven't registered, let me know. I'm going to send you the link. We have a private mastermind from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Sunday morning. So make sure you're registered. Tickets are $10 each. I want to make sure that everybody's covered. You're locked in. You're ready to go, because this is going to really put a bow tie on this weekend. So big news is coming up, okay? Number 3, the third piece of an event. Jared, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. Third piece is going to be the post. The post is huge. The post is legendary, okay? All of the content, all of the energy, the frequency that people come back home with. If you go back and you listen to the recording on Monday Leaders with Coach Fardell, he was talking about, even for him, the first event that he went to, he only brought one person. And one of his biggest regrets when he went to that event was not having more of his team there to experience what he had just experienced. And it hit me like a brick, because he kept talking about, as he went along his journey, there was a gap that he was missing. And one of the biggest gaps that he realized was he was too soft about the power of getting people to events. He said he would let them off with excuses. And just like you guys heard Dave and Shannon yesterday, they made it happen. They did whatever it took to get out to that event. And fast forward a year later, they just cleared a $20,000 month from somebody who was literally delivering food, pretty much Uber and delivery drivers. So it goes to show how powerful events are. And I can tell you this, Coach Fardell, he said in a 3 to 5 year span, 3-4 years later, he came back with 100 people at his event. And it's no surprise that he is now a platinum. He is making between 20 to 30,000 cheeseburgers every single month. But he put in the time. He's $1 million Hall of Famer. So if there's one big stressing piece that I could give everybody right now, as we're in the pre part of this, is there's still time. There's still individuals who could get started. I've seen it. People will get started the day before the event. They get their ticket and they make it happen. So don't be afraid to ask the questions. Don't be afraid to figure out a way. Even along my journey, we've drove across the country on our last dollar just to get to events, because my mentor always said, he said, D, you know what? It's going to cost you more to not go to the event than it is to actually get to the events. And it took me a long time to realize it, but eventually it finally made sense. So the post event, there's just a different energy. He said, Coach Fardell, after this first event, there was nobody that could tell him no. He was unshakable. He had so much belief and confidence. He was running through brick walls because he knew where this was going. He knew exactly what this could do for himself and for other families. So that is my training for today, fam, on the pre, the event, and the post, to really go ahead and maximize this next 30, 90 days. Because here's the last thing I'll leave you with. Every event, there's always something that is called the Fam Bam. Okay? Following a meeting, we're always booking a meeting. So the next 90 days, we're going to be leading into the next event that is going to be absolutely legendary. But first, all roads lead to Baltimore. Hope to see you guys there. Any questions, anything you need, don't be afraid to reach out. It's going to be an experience of a lifetime. I got your back, fam. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything. We can hold it in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. It's game time. Let's go.